What is up, my dashing dudes? I am the Hans TV, and today we learned that apparently showing someone an example curtain means that you're not qualified to work there and shouldn't be able to help customers. Let's learn about that and many more in today's episode of r/Tales from Retail. Our first story for the day comes from Soft Fluffy Waffle. Is there something wrong with these? Short and simple. Man, is there something wrong with them? Woman, they're on sale. Man, yeah, but? Me, did you need anything? Man, is there something wrong with these? Woman, they look great. Me, what? Why do you think there's something wrong with them if they look great? Man, well, why are they on sale? That's a really steep discount. It's here I should explain. The topic was steaks. Me, it was the 4th of July yesterday. It is a national holiday in summer. Steaks tend to go on sale for national holidays in summer. I did not hold back the obvious sass on this. Man, okay, I'll take some. That was a really short one, but honestly, everybody knows that steaks go on sale during the 4th of July. It's like their biggest selling point of the year. Our next story comes from Spongy Marie. Why do you even work here? Hello, haven't really posted anything on Reddit. Made one post, but I think I deleted it because it was in the wrong subreddit, and I had blocked out most of the details from the event. I apologize if anything in this is weirdly formatted. Now, on to the story. Me will be me, and Lady will be the customer. This happened a couple of weeks after Easter. I had just been working here for a few weeks, and still had a lot to learn. I really tried helping the customers as much as I could. I tried calling my manager or the other store to ask for help when I didn't know the answers, or told them to come back the next day when someone who knew more could help them. Also informed them that I was still new and didn't know much yet. They usually understood. Usually my customers were really nice, and of course there will always be a few angry customers. Luckily, I hadn't had a lot of them. But there has been a few, and one stands out. Just to let y'all know, I struggle a lot with anxiety, especially social anxiety, and hate confrontations, like a lot of people. One day, after my coworker had just left, leaving me to fend for myself, it's not a big store and we don't really need multiple people on at the same time. We're usually only together for 2 hours, max. This lady came in. She looked nice enough. I greeted her, asking if there was anything I could help her with. She was looking for some curtains for her son, so I took her to the wall where we keep them. Just paraphrasing and also translating from Norwegian. Me, what kind of curtains are you looking for? Dimming or just regular living room curtains? Lady, not dimming, but I don't want them too thin either, and they need to be one solid color. Okay, that narrowed it down to 2 types. I showed her the curtains, holding them up to the light to show her how much light they would let in. Lady, do you only have them in these colors? Me, we're supposed to have one of every curtain we have hanging here, but this is only to show you how much light they let in. We have a lot of different colors, here and here. I motioned to where they were on the wall. Lady, they're too dense. I need something lighter. At this, I lead her to some other ones, pulling one out to show how light they were. Me, so these are a lot lighter than the other ones we looked at. I was about to ask her if that's what she was looking for, which I knew she wasn't because these were the thinnest curtains we had. The other ones were more what she was looking for from what I gathered. Lady, I said I wanted them one solid color. I started getting a little bit annoyed. I wasn't going to try to sell those to her. I just wanted to show her how thin they were. Me, I know, I was just showing you how thin they were. This woman was smiling through the whole conversation, and you could see in her smile that she was getting annoyed too. Lady, do you even know anything about curtains? Me, not a lot. I laughed awkwardly as I felt my anxiety kicking in. My palms were getting sweaty and my heart was beating faster. I was about to tell her I was new here, but again, she interrupted. Lady, why do you work here then, if you don't know anything about the products you sell? She was still smiling and I just laughed nervously again, not really knowing how to respond. Right after that, another customer entered the store. Man, Excuse me, do you have pleated curtains? Think that's what it's called. I stood there for a second, thinking about it. Lady, don't bother, she doesn't know anything. This witch responded for me. I was literally about to ask him to wait for a minute while I helped this demon. Him. Oh, I'll just come back another day. He awkwardly responded before leaving again. Lady, are you alone? I quietly nodded. The lady sighed, annoyed. Lady, you don't even know anything. I don't understand why you were hired. She was still smiling. That somehow made it even worse. Now, I just wanted to cry. I'm sorry. Lady, I'm going to the other store. I'm never coming back here. After she left, I went back for a minute to cry. The worst thing about it all was that she was saying it with a smile and a sweet voice, as if she was saying something nice. I told my coworker about this the next time we saw each other. Apparently, this lady had threatened to choke another employee once. So, apparently, I was lucky, but I still felt terrible about myself and the job I was doing. So, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people have experienced worse, but this was the worst thing I've seen. I've worked at 2 other stores before and never met anyone like this. It boggles my mind that there are people like this out in the world. It's like this lady was just being difficult for the sake of being difficult. So that was my story. I don't know what else to say. Just have a good day/night and all that. Bye. I know that in the description that OP gave about the lady that it says that she talked in a nice voice, but in my head whenever I was reading this, I just imagined her with the most Karen voice ever. So that's what I transcribed. It really annoys me that this lady was just trying to cut off the OP when they were trying to tell them that they were new and didn't really know too much yet. It could have all been easily explained that the OP was just trying to show them an example and have them go off of that. But the lady just kept on interrupting, and it just made it so much worse. Our last story comes from SFlow97. Customers are stupid. I'm a cashier at my local grocery store. I'm very understanding and accommodating when it comes to how customers want their stuff bagged, as long as they are nice. Well, recently, a customer came in, and she told me to bag light, and for me to double bag the heavier stuff. That's perfectly fine by me. I start bagging. After about 3 bags, she goes over to start putting them in her cart, but I can tell that she is a little frustrated and starts to double bag what I've already bagged. Then she says, "Were you just not going to double bag these?" So then I said, "Oh, I thought you only wanted the heavier ones bagged." Then she said, "Well, these are heavy," and is frustrated. She later told me that she has a bad back, and that's why they have to be light. I was a little frustrated by this point though, but I nicely said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Everyone has a different version of what heavy means." It got to the point where I was basically putting 1 item per bag, then double bagging it. It was just annoying. She wasn't necessarily rude, but she also wasn't that nice either. Finally, she leaves. Then, about 30 minutes later, she comes back in the store to ask me what time it is for some reason. But when she comes back in, she has all 20 of her bags in 2 hands. Why on earth did she make such a fuss about the bags being too heavy if you were going to walk around with all of your groceries at once? Customers can be so dumb sometimes. So she either lied about having a bad back, or by some miracle her back was healed immediately and she was able to carry all of her items at once. I think it's the latter of the two. Don't be a douche to those providing you service. Alright, my dashing dudes. That is going to do it for today's episode of r/Tales from Retail. So much thanks to everyone who subscribed so far, and if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment down below with what you want to see me read next. But with that being said, I will see you in tomorrow's video.